Hey y'all, welcome back. So last video I think that I posted was the top reads of 2024, which I had some trouble with Canva with trying to get it to download to my computer, so it took a little bit longer to upload than I wanted to, but here we are with a new video. It is currently Thursday, April 3rd. So this is going to be a quick review of my March 2025 reads. And then I'm going to do probably a YouTube short / Instagram reel picking books for April. I haven't picked any yet. Also, I have a new little microphone. I tested it out and it sounded like it was working. So we're gonna hope it's working, and if not, I guess I'm remaking this video this weekend. I don't know. This will hopefully be posted Friday or Saturday. I'm gonna try, once I get all the tech stuff figured out, try and post Mondays and like Fridays. So I don't know, I'm trying to figure that out. So yeah, anyways, I think I figured out the whole transition thing, so I'm gonna do a little transition and we'll go into my March reads, which I'll talk more about that in a second. All right, so also I look a little rough. I know we're on night 2 of tornadoes and thunderstorms in Tennessee, which I grew up in Alabama and I still don't like tornadoes. I'm still not used to them. Probably never will be. Yeah, so yeah, I'm tired and it's like 11 o'clock, but gotta film videos because I want to get better at this. So for the month of March, I read 16 books, so I am at 48 books so far for the year. I have not finished any in April yet, so the number is still 48 for right now. I read 7 physical books and 9 books on my Kindle. Did not have any audiobooks this month. I'm finishing one right now, so it'll go with April. I also have my little notes because I can't remember anything to save my life, at least when it comes to this. I can, but not in as much detail as I was like. So I'm going to put pictures of Kindle books right here, but we're going to start with my physical books. So I have those all in a pile under me, so hold on, let me grab the first one. Okay, first one is The Deal by Elle Kennedy. If you haven't read this series yet, this is the first one, and it follows Hannah and Garrett, and he is a hockey player who's not doing too great in one of his classes, and she ends up tutoring him, but then they also end up fake dating for her to make a guy jealous, and then they get feelings for each other. It's great. It's kind of like a self-discovery kind of thing. Also, they learn a lot about each other and about themselves. Yeah, a lot of trust, vulnerability. She talks about a difficult time in her life with him, and he kind of helps her get through it in a very unique way, is what I'm going to say for that. So I rated it 5 stars. I've rated it 5 stars every time I've read it. So hopefully my little TBR jar will pull the next book in that series, because I'm rereading all of them, because why not? Next is, I don't know what that face was that I just made, but Things We Left Behind by Lucy Score. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I talked about this a little bit in my March updates. I don't really know how to explain like how I felt about it. Like, I understand why it's as loved as much as it is, but it just didn't live up to the hype of the first book for me, or the second book really, but the first book is like top tier for me. So it's only 4 stars for me. So I didn't hate it. I did enjoy it. It just wasn't like, you know, top tier for me. Next is Daisy Hates, which is the second book in the Magnolia Parks universe. Mafia romance, friends to lovers, kind of goes a little bit off of Magnolia and her whole story, but she's still in it, just not as much. I kind of wish she was in there more, but it's okay. But basically Daisy's brother raises her after her parents are killed in front of them, and she ends up falling in love with someone that she probably shouldn't in their little mafia world. That's all I'm gonna say without giving away too many spoilers. I did enjoy this story. I rated it 4 stars, but it's kind of like Things We Left Behind, where I didn't enjoy it as much as the first one, but I'm hoping that the next one will be better. I've heard that this one's kind of compared to the rest of the series, so we'll see how true that is. And the last, well, not last physical one, but the last physical one before I do a little transition thing, because I can only do short videos at a time and upload them. It won't let me upload anything more than like 6 minutes at a time, so still trying to figure that out, but baby steps, okay? At least I got the transitions, I think, figured out. So, Promises and Pomegranates by Sav R. Miller, 4.5 stars. I know I mentioned it in my March update also. I enjoyed this. I really did. I probably won't read the second one because of how much I enjoyed this one, and I'm okay with how it ended. But yeah, it's dark romance, fantasy, mafia, also a load of mythology. Like, the whole reason it's pomegranates is because it follows kind of like the storyline of like Hades and Persephone. Basically, Elena is Cal's boss's daughter, and she's kind of been like obsessed with him, like his looks and everything, her whole life. And she finds a way to meet up with him one night, and they have a little one-night stand, and he's obsessed. He has to have her. He crashes her wedding, forces her to marry him, and then moves her to an island away from everything she knows. So, yeah, I loved it, but it's only 4.5 stars for me. It's honestly like 4.7 is what I would say. So, yeah. Yeah, so that's the little start. So, onto a little transition here. I also finally got a camera. I'm not filming on it yet because I haven't figured it out with the lighting yet, and honestly my lighting here is not even the best either, but like this is my lighting. It is a makeup light, like that's my extra lighting. So, and I'm currently in the garage because it's quiet. So yeah, okay, moving on. Kiss Her Once for Me by Alison Cockrum. I still don't know how to say it. This was a book of the month book I needed to read. I pulled it out of my TBR drawer for February, I think, and then I forgot about it and read it in March. This book is from December 2022. That's what it says. Like, can you see it? I don't know. I don't know how well this lighting is with that. But anyways, December 2022. I rated it 2 stars. I didn't enjoy the story at all. I actually DNF'd this book at like 60%. I don't remember any of it. I know it's Christmas time. It's rom-com, LGBTQ. I don't know because I don't remember. That's all I can really say. Like, I don't know. Like, but the only reason it's 2 stars and not 1 star is because I enjoyed the comedic moments. And I think if I had read this December 2022, I probably would have liked it a little bit more. But for reading it right now, I didn't enjoy it. So, yeah. Okay, moving on. Paper Girl and the Knives That Made Her by Ari B. Kofer. I love it. I didn't love it like 5-star love it, but 3.5 stars. Trying to think of the best way. Like, I have notes, but my notes don't go into detail as much as like talking. Like my notes for this says like it's mental health poetry, which it is. And then kind of a quote from the author and like what it's about. And she said, "I have never been anything but a paper girl, something to tear into pieces, something to burn." This book goes into a lot of dark mental health themes. So be prepared if you do read it. However, coming from someone who works around the mental health field, who studied a lot of psychology, behavioral science, mental health related things, I found this very interesting and I did love it. I don't feel like it related to me as much as it probably would other people. So yeah, but for the sake of the message behind it, I absolutely loved it. So that's all I can really say about it. Like, I enjoyed it, but it wasn't written for me. Yeah. Okay. Next, I finished Good Vibes, Good Life, How Self-Love is the Key to Unlocking Your Greatness. I've been reading this one for a while. I mentioned I have been reading it for a while. I have a lot of, like, notes written throughout it. I loved it. I will probably reread it at some point just because of how much I loved it. But yeah, a lot of things shifted in my way of thinking after reading this book. So I don't want to spoil it so much for others, but like kind of like finding your purpose, like learning what it's like being in a quick fix society, writing down your goals. Ooh, this is a good thing to switch to. Before you try to fix someone else's vibe, make sure you're not killing your own in the process. Protect your own energy first. So there is a little positive quote of the day. Maybe I should post like a quote a day from this, like on my Instagram story until I go through the whole book. Maybe that's how I should reread it. Why not? Okay, last physical book. Oh, I rated that 4.5 stars also. I don't remember why I didn't do it 5 stars. I'm trying to think. I don't know. Maybe I'll remember in a minute. Last physical, God of War by Rena Kent. I actually read it. I started it on my Kindle before my physical deluxe copy came in. And I loved it. Dark Romance, Enemies to Lovers. Also talks about some mental health stuff in here. Just saying. I have no words. I'm going to reread the entire Legacy of God series because I loved this so much that I'm on, like, I want to reread to rank or re-rank my books, because originally God of Wrath and Jeremy was my #1. However, that might have been changed now. I don't know. So, possible reread coming soon. Probably not this month. If it is this month, it'll be later this month, but yes. So, that's it for physical books. So, we're going to do a little transition and go into my Kindle books. Which, also, my Kindle books are all on Kindle Unlimited, which I love. I know I don't read 20 books a month. Like, some people are like, this is how you get your money's worth. I know that I don't read 20, 25 books a month, but I enjoy it for what it is, and the fact that I can add something to my KU library and it can sit there for 2 months before I decide to read it. And then I end up like this and I kind of banned myself for the month of March from adding anything that I wasn't already in the process of reading like a series of. I didn't add anything else to my Kindle library. So I have like 3 left that I haven't read yet. So that kind of narrowed that down. So now if I want to go add something, I don't have to have the little thing pop up where it's like, what would you like to remove from your library? Because that was stressful. Okay, enough of my rant. Sorry, ADHD taking over a little bit. Okay, so now is the time for Kindle books. They'll go right here somewhere since I've kind of figured that out now. I've at least got that figured out. I talked about this in my March update, and it was Near Miss by Haley Warren. I ended up rating it 3 stars. Say football, sports, romance, friends to lovers. It was a good story, but I didn't enjoy it. So basically, he's on a professional football team. He's a kicker. Not that like flashy, you know. I personally, we're not even going to get into the sports argument today. Another video for another time. Anyways, he's a kicker, professional football team, misses a major kick in one of their games. Fan base gets mad at him. Oh, I just said that. Fan base gets mad at him. he needs to do kind of like a PR kind of thing and make himself look better. So he volunteers at a hospital where he meets her, and that's where their love blossoms. I don't remember much else because I just didn't enjoy it. And whenever I don't enjoy a book, the facts and the storyline kind of just leaves my brain. So that's why I don't have much on that. Next is the Neverland Chronicles by T.S. Kinley. Overall, like all 3 books, 3.8 stars because I did the math to figure out what the average was. The first book, Second to the Right, was 3 stars. Straight On Till Morning was 4 stars, and Queen of the Lost Boys was 4.5 stars. Peter Pan retelling, dark romance, reverse harem, fantasy. It was very beautiful, very imaginative. I personally loved it. If you don't like any of those things, don't read it. I don't know what else to say. I honestly kind of went into it trying to compare it to the Never King series, which I talked about in Top 24 Reads, because I loved that series so much. This was nothing like it, but I still enjoyed it for what it was. But they're definitely not the same. So people who go in, like me, trying to compare them, just don't even try to compare them. Because it's just... my camera that I'm experimenting with is below my phone recording because why not? Okay, moving on. Then we have Saint and Sinner Duet. I'm talking really fast. Wow, my Alabama's getting ahead of me. Saint and Sinner Duet. Her Saint and his Sinner duet as a whole, 4.5 stars. First book, 4 stars. Second book, 5 stars. These are written by Harmony West. Dark romance. She's an aspiring author who loves teaching at the local college. She does have a creepy professor that she kind of works for, but if you want to know more about that, read the books. Anyways, so the guy actually involved in this story is actually one of her students, but also her favorite writer, but she doesn't know it because he never reveals his identity to anyone, like when he goes to like book signings and stuff, because he wears a mask. And of course she fantasizes about the mask, because let's be for real, who reads dark romance and doesn't fantasize about men in masks? Or maybe that's just me, I don't know. Anyways, she then learns that she's his muse for his writing, and he will do literally anything to protect her. It's just, I don't know what kind of face I just made. I just know this duet had me kicking and screaming and giggling, and I just loved it. I loved it so much. We have 2 more to go through, but I'm at the 5-minute mark for this clip, so we're going to transition, and I'll go over those 2. Okay. Last 2. Like I said, I'm very sleep deprived right now. What time is it? It is 11:23. Okay. Wildest Love by Ashley Rose. I read one of her books earlier this year and I liked it. It was a brother's best friend book. I don't remember what it was though, but I enjoyed it. I felt like the writing was a little all over the place, but I liked this one a lot more. I rated this one 4 stars because it's small town romance, and I kind of needed a break from dark romance, and that's the story that did it for me. Small town romance, also a second chance romance, some cowboys. It was a quick read, or at least a quick read for me, because it was about 370 pages, which for me, I speed read, so that is a quick read, and I read it in one sitting. Did enjoy it though. I don't know what else to really say about that. But basically her life was perfect until all of a sudden wasn't, and she had to move back home, and that's where the second chance romance comes in. But also, like, if you've watched Yellowstone, kind of some drama from Yellowstone mixed in there. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Okay, the last book of March 2025 was Burnout by Rebecca. I'm gonna butcher this last name. I think it's Jinshak. I don't know how else to pronounce that, honestly. See, my southern is showing. I promise we're all smart, or at least a lot of us are, but I just can't pronounce things, especially at 11:30 at night. Anyways, 4.25 stars. I liked it more than a 4-star, but I didn't like it enough to be a 4.5. So 4.25 it is. But it's sports romance, motocross and gymnast. It's the first time I've read a sports romance of either of those, so that was very interesting. I actually really enjoyed it. But enemies to lovers, also college romance, found family kind of thing. He loses his sponsorship, so he starts doing freestyle instead of actual racing, but he doesn't have the right muscles developed to do certain tricks, so she ends up training him, like, through some of her workouts, and then they build a nice little relationship, and then all is right in the world. So yeah, that is it for my March reads. Yeah, I don't know what my next YouTube video is going to be. I have it planned to be the books that shaped my childhood, which I had mentioned doing before, and then technical difficulties happened. So if all goes well, this video will be posted April 4th on a Friday, or April 5th on a Saturday. One of those days, because, am I traveling tomorrow? No. Okay, so probably Friday night. I don't know. We'll see. Either Friday night, Saturday afternoon, something like that. I'll post it on my Bookstagram, which I'll put right here. It's also in the description, so if you need that to find it, yeah, on there. And then probably Monday will be the childhood reads. Is the goal. However, don't hold me to that, because I'm still trying to figure all this out, and I'm not trying to rush myself to figure it out. Well, I'm trying to rush to figure it out, but I'm not trying to rush to post stuff every single day on here when I'm still trying to figure it out. So yeah, that's all for this video. I am gonna make a YouTube short / Instagram reel for these. So yeah, I hope everyone has a great, probably gonna say just weekend, you know, Friday and weekend. And as I said before, have a great rest of 2025, and hopefully I can figure all this out, and yeah, we can start making, or I can start making more content for everybody. Hopefully this little microphone worked too. I guess I'm about to find out when I upload all this. So yeah, bye everyone.